some of the areas that people from the Middle East, the Arab world, or the Indo-Pak world might be interested in and might benefit more if they would look into those areas of investment in Guyana?
Well, we know the oil industry, Guyana, and the reserves right now is 9 billion barrels of oil, and that's growing exponentially in the next few years. We're in the top 20 of oil-producing countries, and it's about to explode, even with the other blocks that have not even been explored yet. And so on the oil industry, it's still a long way to go. The downstream and upstream industries of the oil is still there available. But we're concentrating on our known sectors. Our agriculture sector is probably the largest, most exciting sector outside of oil and gas that Guyana will focus on this year. The expansion of our poultry industry. We know, for example, the Arab world, you talk about the Arab world, are interested in halal meat.
Yes.
Guyana has the capacity for investments to come in and do this on a large scale. We have large scale mass lands available to plant soya beans and corn for the stock feeds. We are resuscitating the sugar industry, not in the same way, but diversifying it in a way that it shows value added to what you do with sugar. We know that, for example, in India, you mentioned India, that they're big into medical tourism. But Guyana is 5 hours, 4 hours from the United States. We are, quicker in terms of looking at medical tourism opportunities right here in Guyana, looking at having the right infrastructure, the right technical skills to embark on those projects.
And I suppose that the cost might be much more beneficial for these investors to invest in Guyana, because you know that there are many Arab investors who have invested in the poultry area in Brazil, your neighbor, right in Brazil. They have a lot of investment there in the poultry area. But fantastic, yes. So as you were saying, we need to let the world know that Guyana might be much more economical in the investment, with a lot more profit and benefits to international investors.
Yes, and if you skate to where the puck is going to be, as Gretzky said, the hockey player, as we bring energy costs, we're starting the gas to shore pipeline this year. Right. Energy costs in Guyana is going to come down by 50%. We're resuscitating the hydro project, the Amale Falls project. We're looking at wind power and solar power. So as energy cost comes down and you get the Deepwater Harbor done, the Brazil connection, the Suriname connection, then again, getting your goods out of Guyana will be much more economical. The Caribbean, for example, Trinidad and Barbados and the rest of the world, rest of the Caribbean imports close to $10 billion worth of food every year. Prior to COVID-19, I'm not sure what the new number is, but Guyana can feed the Caribbean. So that's where the agriculture sector, again, I say, is the most exciting sector that we can look at, because if you can capture in the Caribbean alone, forget North American, European, part of that $10 billion opportunity, then your goods don't have to go far. You've got to add the science to the agriculture and the technology to the agriculture, but that is about to grow. So the president infrastructure modernization plan for Guyana and the aggressive way in which it is being implemented will allow investors to feel safe in a stable political environment. The fight for democracy that proves to the world that we will stand up to ensure democracy never fails in Guyana. Thanks to people in Guyana, the international community and diaspora around the world has ensured that democracy passed the test and we have a democratically elected government. We are looking, our investment tax policy is very, very friendly to investors. You can actually repatriate all your profits with no penalty. We've got the commercial court system. So we've got a very educated population. So we are an exciting destination. I think as investors pay attention to the process and what can happen with their investments coming together. We want also to ensure that investors know we have a lot of indigenous companies in Guyana that have done extremely well. So you're looking for partners with our local content providers. You're looking at areas of joint ventures. There's wide opportunity. The private sector is willing and ready for investors coming from around the world to partner with them to look at how we expand our known industries.